everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Esther from Esther-Astro-Healing, and today we want to discuss about a very important event. It's the first lunar eclipse of 2023. And what's really good about it's eclipse, it's a partial lunar eclipse. The total lunar eclipse we're going to experience in 6 months. So it's a little bit lighter when it's partial, but it's still a very, very important event. Especially it's happening with really lunar nodes, which is right now lots going on in the sky. So I'm going to give you really most important necessary information. And I will explain very short about how it can affect on you for your 12 signs. So the lunar eclipse is going to happen. I'm going to tell you the Toronto time, which is Eastern time in Canada. And it's going to be on May 5th. You can see on the screen, I left screen exactly the time, May 5th, and it's actually at 14 a.m. Now, what we need to understand about this partial lunar eclipse, in general lunar eclipse, the very important points, which is ancients used to prepare more for lunar and solar eclipse, especially lunar, because the solar eclipse, it's mainly affect, because it's connected to the sun, it's affect mainly people who really in charge, who's in a superior politician, the head of the companies, the matriarch or patriarchs of the even family as well. Anyone who is in the superior, kings and queens, anyone who have a group of people who is responsible, those people much more and countries as well can be affected by solar eclipse. Now with lunar eclipse, it's becoming very personal. Lunar eclipse, it's affecting our orpnimi, our insight light, because it's the moon, and it's moon. It's really, she's responsible for our emotional state. And many times, if we know how to connect to lunar eclipse, how to prepare, what to do, what not to do, I'm going to give you a list of things. It's going to be definitely, you can have different outcome. And then I will show you a little bit in the sky. Some really ancient technology, perhaps you didn't have a chance to hear from anyone else. I'm going to share with you in other tips. Now, what another thing is important, lunar eclipse are definitely significant event, and its powerful impact on human emotions and relationship, and especially relationship as well, because we're talking about Libra. Is going to happen in Libra. The good news is going to happen very good degree of Libra. It's you can see it's in 20 degree, and 20 degrees, it's actually very positive degrees, one of the positive degrees in the sky, which is another good, good news for us. Okay. Now, in general, partial lunar eclipse brings about emotions, like I said, and it's really, in some case, can bring changes in your personal relationship. It can lead to, sensitivity, moodness, particularly in communication, intimacy, and trust. So we kind of need to be, we're going to be a little bit challenged in that sense. Now, what's really important as well for us to understand in what house it's going to affect, right? Because the partial lunar eclipse can have a different effect on each sign, and it's really depending on the specific, alignment in your chart. Now, as always, I'm going to explain to you in ancient technology. What should you look first, your rising or your moon? Definitely, because we're talking about lunar nodes and we're talking about lunar eclipse, you definitely need to check your moon, because your moon is represent your emotional body, it represent your thoughts, it represent your reactive system within, which is affect your physical body. Very, very important. Okay. And there's a couple things I recommend for us to understand about what's happening during the lunar eclipse. Because it's going to happen in 11:14 Eastern time, you need to check, depends where you live, where's the lunar eclipse happening. I do recommend before, even day prior, make sure your house clean, because your house is your holy temple, and it's a living identity body, which is you carry the energy. When you enter your house, you change your energy. When you exit from your house, you bring this energy with you. So I do recommend to keep house very clean. In general, right now we have, when Jupiter changing his position, especially, he's going to Aries, Jupiter love clean house. And Rahu, is going to play a very important, almost like a major point for this partial lunar eclipse. Rahu, he really activated when house not clean, especially Rahu loves, in the negative terms I'm talking about, he loves when we have too many wires around, when we have electrical stuff which is it's not working, we're still keeping them. This is where Rahu energy love to be. So make sure you throw away anything you not use. It's not serving you anymore. It's all energy. It's all take energy. I will give you example. One of my favorite tzaddikim, righteous Baal Shem Tov, he actually, there's a story about a couple who was really struggling with the money. And the man of the house came to ask Baal Shem Tov of advice. He said, no matter what I do, I pray day and night, I try everything possible, I can make money. So Baal Shem Tov, looking his divine, with his divine inspiration, and he remember once he visited the house and he saw how cluttered the house, how much stuff they have they not use. He told him to go home and tell wife to throw 90%, literally 90% of stuff, which is keeping energy. It was really difficult for them. He has such a struggle, even tell his wife, then they need to, especially they don't have much and they every small thing it means something for them, but they're not really in use and they keep in energy. So they listen to Baal Shem Tov because, you know, when Sadiq telling you what to do, you better listen, right? And they cleaned the whole house. He even told them to clean the walls. And the results was phenomenal. Why I'm reminding all of us, every structure, every a object we have in our home, he create energy and atoms working around the form, and this form affecting our emotional state. This is how serious it is to have a clean house, not clutter. If you know for over a year and a half, 2 years, you're not using it, give it away. Or organize in the boxes, put in the garage, don't leave it exposed in your, make sure is less is going to be exposure to dust, because dust looking for new stuff. Then is clean house can be is less, you know, minimize everything, though it's going to be even easy for you to clean. So this is number one to prepare. Do sages in your home. I'm going to make separate video how to make sages according to Kabbalist with the powerful prayer of Ana Bekoch. Remember, one of the prayers under my video, it's the 42 portals of Ana Bekoch. Every time when we do sages in the house, each corner, we use Ana Bekoch. Another thing very important, do not eat during eclipse. Nothing. Nente, nothing. Ничего. Because our immune system, especially our stomach, because moon represents our stomach and our heart, needs to work on completely on something else. It doesn't need extra work, especially in according to ancients, the food can be even poison, especially if it's exposed for outside light, especially if you're going to be in a place where lunar eclipse will be seen. I think this partial lunar eclipse will be seen only in India, and partially I think in south of America. Correct me, you can always write it down on the video and correct me if I'm wrong. Now, what's really important as well, because it's going to be in the morning, you'll have opportunity to make your prayers. You have opportunity to meditate. Definitely do donations. And what's really important, when I'm going to announce on what, if you moon in a particular house, and I'm going to give you a short explanation and for your moon in what house, depends on what house it is, or rising, you still can check your rising as well, because it can affect your new job, it can affect your relationship with with the partners you work with, your co-workers as well, if you're going to work during this time. It's the better not to be outside during the time, okay? Check in your time zone what time it starts and how long it's going to be for you, so you will know exactly what time. Do not let your pets outside this time during lunar eclipse as well. This is like a portal open for us, but really important for us to understand this particular portal open for us in order for us to reconnect with our emotions, to reconnect with the idea what is the illusion and what is really reality we want to connect. And remember, what we see, the reality we see, it's our own creation. It's simple as that. If you're already watching my channel for a while, you know we're very powerful. We have, when we're using the tools, we're activating the light creator within us, and it's completely different results. What else I wanted to tell you? You can definitely write it down before lunar eclipse, what things you want to really to work on it. It's important. And during the lunar eclipse, it's a good idea just to lay down, relax if you can. If you're working, make sure you not get into any conflicts. Make sure you understand the illusion. If anyone who's not aware trying to bring to any conflict, do everything possible to switch the judgment. Okay, it's really important. Now, by end of this video, now I'm going to announce for you for 12 signs. If your moon, for example, in Aries, I will explain to you. Make sure watch by end of the video. I have a surprise for you. I'm gonna make a short prayer from Book of Adam, from the Tree of Life, and I'm going to send you a special prayer to bless you. So by end of the prayer, when I finish the prayer, you're welcome to say Amen. Then what's happened when prayer receive Amen, it's a full prayer. What Zohar explained, when we just pray on our own, or when you eat, you say in prayer quietly, nobody can hear. If you have anyone around and this person can say Amen to the prayer, then it's Zohar explained, it's become full prayer. So it's really good. So I prepare for you kind of really, really nice surprise. I recommend for you even do screenshot. And before the lunar eclipse, you can scan, if you know how to read Hebrew, that even better. If you don't know, no worries, you can always scan from right to left. Now, let's go right now through the 12 signs, so you'll have a little bit idea. Now, for Aries, you Aries going through so much right now because you have everything, and you have a Rahu there as well. So for you, it can bring some past emotions and understanding issues relate to family, home. So whatever connect to your family and home, make sure night before, in the morning, no conflicts inside of the home, okay? You can also provide opportunity to straighten your family relationship and at work as well. So creating more stable home environment. This is possible as well. This lunar eclipse definitely can give you this opportunity. Now for Taurus guys, this eclipse can possibly make changes in communication, in the relationship as well, in general for you, for both personal and professional. It can it can be, you can focus on improving communication skills. And in this way, you will learn how to resolve any conflict. So for you, Taurus, as well, I recommend for you even take some courses, the art of communication, if you're going through some struggle with some people, because this lunar eclipse definitely this portal want to see then you're looking for to change. You're working on it, okay? Now for Gemini, this eclipse, it's I would say it's about shift of focus toward personal and spiritual growth. Gemini, for you, extremely important. You literally, because sometimes lunar eclipse can give you effect, not just year and a half, 18 years. Especially we have Rahu involved right now, big time. So it can also lead to opportunities to create expression in deep understanding of your own talent, of your passion. So it's not just to make money. It's not just benefit financially. The cosmos wants from you to feel that you really enjoy it as well. Very important for you, because it's all about to be happy. Very important. Now for Cancerian guys, for you, it's about personal financial security. Really important. So relationship with your loved ones too. It's good time to focus on improving your financial stability in straighten relationships. So make sure you're Cancerian, because moon, it's your planet. You're the only sign which is represented by moon, and you always have fluctuation with financial fluctuation. So now this partial lunar eclipse asking you to see how you can make stable your financial. So maybe you do need to rethink what you spend your money and your financial savings on. Maybe perhaps this is not worth it. To be more realistic about your situation, but in the same time to plan to making more. Because remember, it's not about just to spend less, it's about making more, right? Now for you guys, Leo, it can bring some changes in relationship and partnership on the personal and the professional level, it's for sure. But it is good time to focus on communication as well, and partnership, and especially at your workplace as well, Leos, okay? So just keep this in mind. Now for Virgos guys, for you, Because Virgos have a hard time a little bit with emotions, and they very concealed, they're not showing outside, even though they can be, boil inside, but because they came to learn how to open the heart, Virgos, you're taking care of other people, but at the same time, it's not just about other people, it's about how you take care of yourself and you open your heart. So it's, again, it's everything getting again to the relationship, and most important, your own relationship with yourself. It can bring opportunity for personal growth and self-reflection. So very important. So this is a good time for that. Now, for you, Libra, the lunar eclipse in your sign, and it's actually in very, very good position. Okay, so for you guys, if you write it down for yourself, what is your goal? How do you see yourself for the next while? Because it's definitely will affect your personal and professional relationship, and give opportunity of different level of growth. The growth you never knew it's actually possible for you, because we create the limitation for ourselves. And it is opportunity for you to rethink, maybe it's the time for you to change your work, or to change what is really your professional represent for you, because the cosmos will require from you to enjoy and to bring fulfillment to the society. Okay, so it's important. Now, for you, Scorpios, it's again the personal and spiritual in what growth, and the most important for you, Scorpio, it's the emotional state of your family inside of your home. Very important for you, Scorpios. Remember, make a sages in your home, create a really pleasant environment. Very, very important. Now, for Sagittarius, guys, for you, it's about the personal finance and security. It's opportunity for you, and again, it's personal growth. So make sure then, financial security as well, and the self-worth for you, Sagittarius, very important. And how would you like to restrict what comes from your mouth? Very important. Because this day, I recommend for you guys, to all of us, the whole day, to almost do fasting for your words. Very light food, no meat, no alcohol, but at the same time, see how less you can speak for this 25 hours of lunar eclipse. Okay, now for Capricorns, guys, for you, it's communication in relationship, both personal and professional, and it's improving communication skills and resolving conflicts, by the way, and especially at work. And for you, it's require, Capricorn, to understand what is really leadership. What is the real leadership? Why you want to grow professionally? Is it you want to grow in order to feel good, or you want to grow because you want to bring to society something better, right? Because this is your normal environment. So really important. Now, Aquarius, for you, Aquarius, you are such a big souls. You're the sign which is represented by three planets, three bodies. We, beside the Capricorn and Uranus, you do have Rahu, right? So you know what is to be sometimes all over the place, but still, no matter what you do, you always care for society. So this one is related to past relationship. You need to sit and think what's going on with your siblings, how it can improve relationship with your family, how the personal growth and self-reflection. But with regards to your siblings, see how it's not about them, you cannot change them. See how your family, and especially your siblings, how you can, during your prayers, you can send them a lot of light, a lot of positive energy. And when you see them next time, be super sweet with them, show them how much you love them. You will be surprised at the results. Okay, and for you, Pisces, last but not least, it's it's for the personal and professional as well, but most important, it's the creative expressions. Because for you, Pisces, is required, you're such a intuitive channels. It's really, really important for you to put your creativity, to put your intuition in the practical level, not just to think about it, just to be daring. But for this particular eclipse, write it down, see what missing, what kind of insecurity you have, then it's not letting you to go for the next level spiritually and financially in the professional growth. Okay, very important, very important. So what else I wanted to tell you guys? Let's definitely observe the sky. Let me show you something here. Look what's happening here. So this is the moment I put exactly, okay, let me put 11:14. I'm going to put 11:14, 11 a.m., 14, exactly, on May 5th, okay? Okay, so this is what we have anyway. So look what's happened here. We have moon in 20 degrees and we have a sun in 20 degrees. Now, what's happening here? I'm going to give you a tip, what ancients teaching us. You need to check in your personal natal chart, where do you have Rahu? I'm going to repeat again. You need to check where do you have Rahu. Because on top of the homework I just gave you for this lunar eclipse, you need to evaluate what is the Rahu doing in your chart. What is the lesson from the natal chart lesson, and as well, what is the lesson according to the Aries first house, right? So for example, let's say your Rahu in Taurus, so it's going to be in your 12th house. Let's say your Rahu in Gemini, so it's going to be in your 11th house. Let's say your Rahu in Cancer, so it's going to be in the 10th house, and so on. So two things. What's happened? The secret Rahu will be holding for the next 18 years. This particular Rahu really going to be communicating with the moon in Libra from Aries. So again, we need to understand it's all about relationship, everything about relationship. It's how you really communicate with yourself. In what situation you find yourself, you bring yourself down more than you're supposed to. Do you really understand who you are? Do you pushing yourself to the next level in order for you to try beyond comfort zone? You understand? And what Rahu wants? Rahu is a malefic. He came here, his main job to make sure we're going to create additional karma. This is his job. He's awakened the selfish energy within us. Depends on what sign it's. So when you know the sign it's in, just look what other negative traits of this sign can be activated. So work on it. This is your homework. This is what's going to help you to get maximum from this solar eclipse. Okay, guys? Now, as I promised, I'm going to share with you the prayer I prepared for you. There you go. This is very powerful prayer. We usually say every morning before Yeratzon for open the hands. But this particular prayer, I wanted to read for you guys. And by end of the prayer, you can say Amen. Now, just quickly to show you, this is the combination, the secrets of Sefer Shel Adam, the book of Adam. This is the combination which is we have from 72 names of God. And the way how you scan as well, you can always scan from right to left. You don't need to pronounce them. Just scan with your eyes. And then from up to down, you can scan. Okay. Now, what this is the combination. It's super, super powerful. This combination helping us to connect to our higher self just by scanning. And now when I'm going to read this prayer, you can learn how to read this prayer. And by saying this prayer every morning after Brachot Shachar, after your morning prayers, or if you don't do prayers, you can, whatever meditation you do, you will create a portal to connect to your higher self. Okay, so let me start, because this prayer starts with the word Etz Chaim, the tree of life. Okay, I'm going to read for you guys. I'm going to send you a lot of love, many blessings, and let's bring final redemption to this dimension as soon as we can. עץ חיים היא למחזיקים בה, ותומכי המעשר, דורכי הנועם, וחל נתיבתי השלום. מגדל אז שם אדוני, בו ירוץ צדיק ונשגב. שזהו צדיק, דהיינו יסוד דזרנפין, שרץ במגדל דוד, מלכות מגדלו, ועל ידה הוא עושה תולדות, וחל הזוכה להסתכל בו, ידע בו, חוכמה עליונה, וזוכה שלא תשכח, חכמה ממנו וידע את ריבונו. כי בי ירבו ימיך ויוסיפו לך שנות חיים.